All right, guys. So in this video, we're going to go ahead and talk about the longsword. I'm going to show you guys how to use the longsword. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of recommendations on the skills to put onto the longsword. It's pretty simple with this weapon. So without wasting time, let's just get straight into it. So you got your basic attacks. It'll be a couple overhead slashes followed by a little poke and stuff like that. This is your basic combo with the longsword. You can use this combo, as you'll see later, to build meter. This isn't the most efficient way to build meter, which I'll explain what the most efficient way is later. But yeah, so this is your basic combos. It's a 4-hit combo, and it's pretty basic. Now you got your secondary attack, which is a poke. You can't spam the poke. It doesn't do a combo effect. It's just a poke. So you implement the poke into each attack. Now, the most important thing with this weapon, as you just seen, I did something called a Spirit Blade. Spirit Blade is your most important attack with this weapon. So let's go ahead and talk about your spirit gauge and leveling it up. So as you see here, I just got my gauge all the way full, and I did my Spirit Blade combo all the way till the end, connected the final hit on that, which upgraded my bar from nothing to white. And as you see, I just did it again, and it upgraded my bar from white to yellow. You can do this 3 times, upgrading your bar all the way to red, outline of red, as you can see right there in the top left corner underneath my health and stamina. Now that is your spirit gauge. Upgrading them increases your damage, so it's important that you use the spirit gauge and connect the final hit of the combo to upgrade the bar. You can miss every other hit, but as long as you hit the last one, that's the most important. What you see is going on screen is called your fade slash. This is very important, and I'll tell you why. To do your fade slash, it's your right and left click, or your triangle and circle, whatever you're using. It's both of those, and it makes you do your fade slash. As you see, it makes you dodge or attack and evade in whatever direction that your directional keys or your joystick is moving. So this will definitely come in handy, and I'll definitely show you why this move in particular is important. So what I'm about to show you on screen, if I could not have missed that hit, is the best combos to get yourself your spirit gauge up, that bar. So with this particular combo, as you've seen before, I wasn't able to completely finish the spirit combo, but on the second try, I was able to. So what it is it's a 3-hit combo. So you do an overhead, a poke, and then the side swipe. And right after you do like your little evade attack thing, you have to go instantly into your spirit blade. So in doing that, that's the fastest way to get enough gauge to upgrade your bar. Now, the reason why you do the little side swipe thing is because once you do the side swipe, it'll instantly skip the first 2 hit combos of the Spirit Blade. So you'll be able to skip the first 2 and allow you just to finish off the rest of the 3. I believe it's 3. But it allows you to skip that, so that way you don't need to have a full bar to do it. As you see right here, we just got 3 little hits. The bar wasn't completely full, but because we comboed into the spirit blade right after, we were able to just upgrade the bar with only 3 hits. Now, let's talk about sheathing attacks. Your sheathing attacks. You can sheath after any attack. So you have to do an attack first. I would recommend you do the poke instead of this overhead one first, but you can do either or, and you can go straight into the sheath. What I'm doing right here is the 2 slashes is because once you sheath and you connect either one of the 2 hits, it'll passively increase your bar, your spirit gauge bar. As you see, it's glowing. Well, it was glowing. That's passively giving me some of that red bar in the middle. So you can hit either one of those slashes, or you can hit both. It doesn't matter as long as you connect once. It'll work. Now we got the spirit slash. This one it's really nice. You mainly use this as like a counter move, right? So you do a poke, sheath, and then wait. And when the monster's about to attack you, you pop that, and it's like a counter move. So you'll get some stagger damage out of there. You get some big part breaks and stuff like that. So it's a counter move when you do it. Now, one thing I want to mention is every time you do one of the special sheathing moves, it'll reduce that outline of that sword by 1 level. So the levels are white, yellow, and red. Red being the highest damage multiplier you'll get. And each time you do a sheathing attack, it'll go ahead and take one of those off. As you see right here, this isn't a sheathing attack, but this is your helm breaker. One of the bread and butters of this weapon, something that you'll see a lot of longsword users do. It makes you just jump into the air, as you see, and slash straight down. This one is really good. Now, if you do the thrust, as you see right here, and don't make contact, you won't do anything. You'll just poke and then kind of be in an animation to regain your composure. But if you actually hit something, you'll go jumping into the air. And then you can kind of move in the air while you do this. And you can look in another direction and slash down, and it'll turn your character. So there's a lot of maneuverability with this weapon, and a lot of big boy damage with this weapon. With the helm breaker, you don't have to be in a combo to do it. You could just do that anytime you want, whenever you please. Recommended that you're at level 3 with your upgrades before you do it, just to get maximum damage. Now what you see me doing, I've been spamming right here on the screen, is your foresight slash. This thing is such a beautiful move. Once you really get the hang of it, it's so nice. So your foresight slash is if you time it correctly, it's like you get rewarded pretty much, right? And what I mean by get rewarded is, let's say you're attacking and a monster's about to hit you. For me, it's my mouse button 5 and my right click, but you dash backwards, and if you time it correctly, you hear a sound, and what that's going to do is give you increased damage, but it's also going to go ahead and not take away that red bar that's in the middle of that sword. If you see right here in the training grounds, at least, every time I do that attack, it takes away my full red bar that's in the middle, my spirit gauge. It takes all of that away. But if you dodge at the perfect time, it won't take that away. So that's just a little something that you can do to avoid some hits if you don't really feel like dodging. Another thing that is really cool about the foresight slash is you can change the direction you're into. And then you can also combo it into anything. You can dash backwards and sheath and do whatever you want. You can dash backwards, sheath, and do your spirit blade or whatever you want to do. You can do that with that. So on the screen now, you'll be going ahead and seeing me use the foresight slash to change the directions and stuff like that I'm in. And this is what I was talking about. You can change the direction that you're facing just with the foresight slash, and it's really cool, and it definitely helps, especially if the monster moves a lot, right? And you're facing in a direction that you don't want to be facing in because you're not hitting them. You could just foresight slash and reposition yourself seamlessly with this, and it's so cool. You get that like anime feel when you use this weapon by doing all these combos and stuff like that. It makes you really feel like an anime character for sure. All in all, this weapon is definitely it's not it is newbie friendly, but it is also a high skill gap. So if you want to like really master this weapon, it's going to take you a lot of practice, but you anybody can use this. A new player can use this and get fairly decent with it. A pro can use this and really like handle with it. It all just depends on you, really. So out of 10, I would probably say this weapon is, for me personally, an 8 out of 10. So let's just go over the skills that I think we should be using. Now, for me, I'm using the Fatalis. I'm using yada, yada, yada. You don't got to use this. We're just going to be talking about the skills, right? Now, for me, I think the recommended things to use for this longsword is definitely go with a lot of crit and attack boost. So as you see, I'm running critical eye. I'm running attack boost 4 for that 5% crit. I'm using crit boost. I'm using weakness exploit. Definitely get your crits in there and also get your damage in there right behind it. So you want to get your agitators. I'm also running coalescence to give me a little bit more base damage once I get hit, recover from like poison, fire, or whatever the heck. And power prolonger is pretty nice. I only have mine at level 2, but if you can get yours level 3, that'll be good because it extends the duration of your one of your 3 levels that you get for your swords after you do your spirit blade combo. Me personally, I run handicraft on this weapon just because sometimes you get a lot of hits in there, and you know running out of sharpness kind of sucks a little bit. Obviously, we know that sharpness is a damage multiplier, and we want more damage. So purple sharpness is the highest damage multiplier. So that's why I run handicraft. So that way I don't have to worry about running out of sharpness mid-battle. Like I said, coalescence is pretty decent. It gives you a little bit extra damage, attack power plus elemental damage, but we're not really focused on the elemental at all. So with all that being said, with all that being done, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I got a little bit of gameplay here. You guys can watch if you want. Just see the weapon in action. Just know I am not the best with the longsword. I just use it occasionally here and there. I'm not the worst either. So if you guys want to continue watching, feel free. And if you guys are done, I would really appreciate it if you guys like the video, consider subscribing if you're new to the channel, and drop a comment. What do you want to see next? My next video that I actually want to put out is the charge blade. So if you're into the charge blade, stick around to the channel, maybe subscribe, hit that notification bell, because I'll be dropping that here pretty soon. So I just thank you once again, and until next time.